Hello, my beautiful Taurus. This is going to be your December 2025 energy reading. I want to go ahead and express gratitude to you. I want to express gratitude to Spirit. And with that being said, let's go ahead and set the intention for this reading, which is for you to gain any clarity and guidance in any kind of way. I welcome Ascended Masters as well as Spirit Guides and Angels. And with that being said, please take what resonates and let's go ahead and begin. So for Taurus, we have here as the main situation, Eight of Swords. So this is a highlight on your mindset, Taurus. It could feel quite stressful at this time. What's blocking you here is the devil. Interesting. So there could be a situation or a person, right? The devil can symbolize Capricornian energy. But there could be a person or a situation that's making you feel like you're trapped in something, okay? Energy from the past, Four of Pentacles. This is about holding on to what you know, to what makes you feel stable, to what makes you feel secure. You're holding on to it as tight as possible because you're afraid of the uncertainty that certain things can bring in your life. This could be financial. It could be that you have been, holding on to your money very tight because you fear that maybe it won't come again. Whatever it is, there's something that you have been holding on to for the sake of feeling stable, okay? And we have here the Queen of Pentacles in the near future, which I love because this is the energy of abundance. I mean, do you see that pentacle in the turkey that she has? This is all about abundance and knowing how to work with your resources, knowing that you can make ends meet. So this is a beautiful energy. Also, the Queen of Pentacles is all about being in the background. So Taurus, this month might be a really good month for you to be to yourself, be private. Don't really talk to anybody about your issues or don't absorb other people's problems, because sometimes Taurus can be the person that's always there for people. Even though Taurus knows how to say, hey, I've been already giving you advice about the situation, you need to stop. At times, people can take advantage of how solid and loyal of a friend you are. So this energy tells me you got to kind of like preserve yourself, okay, in the near future. And then we have here the Five of Cups, and this is showing up as the outcome. The Five of Cups can indicate that there is a disappointment that you might be dealing with during this time. So we're going to go ahead and clarify and see what this is about. So Eight of Swords as the main situation with the devil as the block. So for Taurus, why is the devil here as the block? Can we go ahead and clarify that, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, so we have the Lovers. So this is about a decision. There could be a difficulty in a decision. Again, Eight of Swords as the main situation could feel like maybe you don't feel like you have a choice, but Spirit is saying you do have a choice. And it's interesting because the devil and the Lovers is the same card, but the devil shows the shadow side of the Lovers, right? So the devil wants to keep you in shambles. It wants to keep you restricted, restrained, very Saturn energy. It wants to make you feel like all of your responsibilities are so much bigger than your willpower, right? And the Lovers is saying, well, actually, you have a choice, and your choice can be changing your mindset or changing the perception that you have about a situation or going about your routine in a different way that can make impacts in your situation, right? So Spirit is saying, regardless of how stuck you might feel, there's still a choice. And these choices are not the drastic choices that you're looking for, but these little tiny micro movements that you can make such a big impact. And then you will put yourself in a position where you can finally make the shifts that you're looking for. Okay. And then we have here the Judgment. And this is where there has to be an awakening. There has to be this energy of, okay, I've been on this road before. Why do I keep tripping over the same rock? And Spirit is saying that there is an awakening here. There is like a silver lining that you will be seeing. This is about you re-encountering your power again, right? Going through this awakening that can be quite harsh because maybe we will be exposed to information that we maybe don't want to hear. But at the end of the day, Judgment symbolizes, what do I need to do or what do I need to see in order for me to close this chapter? After the Judgment comes the world, and that is the culmination period. That is the achievement. That is the closing of the cycle. okay? And then we have here the Eight of Pentacles. And this shows me, Taurus, keep working on what you're doing. Your work is not in vain. Your work is very powerful. You are right now mastering a craft. And that could be the craft of being disciplined, the craft of being financially stable, the craft of being a good partner in your relationship, whatever it is for you. Your work is not in vain, okay? Never feel like you're starting from scratch, because you're not, okay? So let's get into this energy here. Eight of Swords. Can you tell me a little bit on this Eight of Swords? Just give me one on that one, please. Okay, Eight of Swords. Ace of Swords. Again, there's an awakening. There is a reality check. There is a huge breakthrough for you that is clearly shown here, even with the Judgment showing up there. Because the Ace of Swords is like a baby judgment, right? That is like essentially what it is in the Minor Arcana. So this is where you wake up from all of this narrative that I have in my life, right? The way that I have shown up for others, the way that I go about my responsibilities, the way that, people expect me to show up, that can change in any given moment, because I am the ultimate deciding factor of what my life should be. And that is the awakening that I see for you, getting out of this Eight of Swords, this mental prison that, yes, can be triggered by external factors, but we make it worse in our mind, okay? Queen of Pentacles, and this is where it shifts, okay? You have this awakening, you break out of the chains of the devil, right? You've realized that you do have the power of choice and willpower. And then we go into this Queen of Pentacles energy. I mean, come on. This is such a great energy to be in. Not only is she, the queen of the resources, which shows abundance, it shows stability for you, but she's also all about preservation. And this is what this month is all about for you, okay? Some of you guys might be dealing with a disappointment, Five of Cups, right? There could be a disappointing energy, maybe a revelation that makes you feel disappointed. And that could be that judgment, right? That could be that Ace of Swords, that truth that comes to light. But within that disappointment, Spirit is saying that you will have the garden of abundance to be able to feel the emotions that you need to feel, so you could purge them out and you're able to liberate yourself. Okay, you're able to, feel, so you can release instead of constrict. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into this Queen of Pentacles. Tell me about her, Spirit. Queen of Pentacles. Three of Swords. I feel like what I see with the Queen of Pentacles is that she's mending a broken heart with this, whether this symbolizes you or someone else in your life. The Three of Swords is obviously a heartbreak, okay? And like I said, there is truth being revealed here. It could be that you're disappointed with yourself. It could be that you're disappointed with someone else. It could be that you're disappointed with your job, whatever it is. But the Queen of Pentacles shows this nurturing energy. It can even be someone in your life that gives you this garden of abundance, this garden of resources that takes care of you, right? When you're going through this very difficult phase in your life. And then you have here King of Swords. This shows clarity. It shows decisiveness. It shows direction. It shows that you are going to pick up the pieces and move forward with grace and with a plan. Okay, so you're moving forward with a plan. You know what to do. Okay. And we have here, oh my God, the Nine of Pentacles, you guys. Look at that. So again, your work is not in vain. You are going to get quite a bit of rewards coming your way, even if you might have difficult news or revelations coming your way. Okay, now I want to go ahead and get into this outcome. Can you tell me about the Five of Cups? Why is it here? Show me. Show me why the Five of Cups is here as the outcome. Wheel of Fortune, a big change. Okay, so we got a shift. Three of Wands, expansion. What else? And the Ace of Cups, healing. Oh my God. So what this tells me is that the disappointment, the reason why the Five of Cups is here, and I'm going to show you guys the card because I need you to see. Okay. This is the card, Five of Cups. This card is really powerful because you have two cups that this gentleman is, what do you call that? Holding. But he doesn't see that there's three more cups in the bottom, okay? So he's obviously grieving something. And what Spirit wants you to know when it comes to this card is that there's so much around you that, yeah, maybe you have lost something, but there's so much more that's going to come your way. Do you understand? That's what this is saying. And I really want you to understand that, Taurus. Like, there is opportunity within disappointment. And again, I'm getting a really big message. So like the Four of Pentacles in the past, which shows this energy of holding on so tight to what you know. You know what I mean? That's stopping you from embracing this new abundance in the past, right? Well, that's what you're breaking out of. You're breaking out of all of this constriction, this limitation. That's what you're breaking out of. I mean, you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Pentacles. You have quite a bit that's coming your way, okay? So with that being said, my love goes to you. This is not an easy reading, but I think that if anybody can handle this, is a Taurus. So please let me know down below what you think. Comment down below, subscribe if you want to support my channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one, okay?